new and existing users of Repco's Navigator Pro. There's always going to be tips and tricks for the people who have used it for a long time and a short time. Give us some gold.
There's dozens, but I'll pick out a couple. One of my favorite is invoice reprint. So
okay.
Not just, and it sounds really weird, but it's not just being able to reprint the invoice, but being able to search through by a part number, a date range, a purchase order number to find that information you think for when your accountant has asked for some details that you don't have, or potentially it might be a business partner's doing the books or they're doing some of the accounting stuff and they want to follow up, where was that part used? Where was the credit for that? If you type in that part number, it's going to bring up all the credits and all the invoices that have been raised.
Wow.
And you can chase that up. You can follow that up.
That's pretty cool.
And another is saved parts. So on the other end, if you've got a shopping basket that you normally purchase from, so you've got a particular brand of degreaser and cleaners, or there's hose clamps and you've got a stand.
Oh yeah, like a loyalty.
Yeah, and you can set up your own little shop of, these are the things that I use in my store and these are the things that I order all the time.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because it makes finding those parts easier. But the other really big trick is logging in and checking it every week, because it brings up and it shows you when they're on special, and that's the perfect time to stock up.
Oh, bargain.
So just tick on, you'll see the price in red, and then hit buy on anything that you stock up, those consumables, the things that you're going to always run through, and you're not missing out on deals, you're not missing out on specials. Another one's related parts. So what we do is we link certain parts together, so when you're looking them up, that you can see here's the other option. So, so talking
like an easy guide.
Yeah, and it's more not so much as an upsell opportunity, but you think about your customer service person, they might not be mechanically trained, and they're not going to think through all the accessory things that go wrong or might go wrong, and they can go through and see it all in one package. So I've looked up, for example, a radiator. Whenever you sell a radiator, always sell a radiator cap.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that the customer recognizes as what the radiator is. And if you've put an old, dirty, rusty radiator cap on, it might be perfectly fine. The customer's going to question, what did you do? For the extra $15 on a $300 part, chuck it on nice and shiny, and it presents well.
You wouldn't put the old clamps on a hose, would you?
No. And it's that sort of thinking, that sort of makes perfect common sense to a mechanic or somebody that's been in the trade for a long time. But if you've got somebody that's less experienced and in more of a customer service role, they might not. And that's why we present those parts underneath, just as little reminders to, hey, don't forget this, and maybe you need these. Plastic sump plugs on Euro vehicles as well. Nothing worse than draining the oil and then going, I can't put this back in, I can't drop the car, I can't move it anywhere. It's sitting on the hoist waiting for a $3 part. And the final one is to just click and explore. Play around. You can't break the system. It's not a program on the computer. It's not going to crash. Click all the buttons. There are dozens of things that we've built and put into the system based on customer feedback and request. And they're things that have helped one workshop. They might help yours as well.
Yeah, right.
And there's just so many to just jump in and play. Don't be scared and have a go. There's literally some of the best things that have gone in have been little tiny things that customers have asked for. Automating Rego being used as purchase order.
Yeah.
Just a little tick flag in the settings and you can do that. Customer request, we put it in there. There's dozens of them.
The personalization sounds like it's really what you're going to chase down when you get into that mode, because you'll be a bit more relaxed, start clicking away and go, oh, I didn't realize I did that.
Changing logos, everything. I can't overstate how many things that we've got in there that are just really bespoke ways of making the system tailor to what you want and what you want to do.
So what piece of advice would you give successful auto repair businesses who are keen to upscale?